Dear Cold Pens Management, I write to you with a heavy heart, a wetter than average broad nib, and a growing sense of personal betrayal. Robert has an ink. Maureen has an ink. Philip has an ink. Christine has an ink. Even Herbert has been immortalized in shimmering, sheening glory. And yet John stands alone. No bottle, no sheen, no dramatic color shift on Tomo River. Not even a 30 milliliter pity edition called Johnny. This is not merely an omission, it is an ink-based injustice. I therefore request, with all due respect and unnecessary theatrical urgency, that Diamine Iridescent John be created post-haste, preferably something dignified, moody, and capable of ruining cheap paper in a magnificent way. Yours in outrage and saturation, John. So, with this ink based injustice behind us, we will be testing Diamine's Philip and Robert on Clairefontaine, Canopus, Yu-Sari, and Tomo River. We start off with Robert on Clairefontaine and Philip on Clairefontaine paper. Robert, a beautiful magenta red, deep ink that leans towards purple with a monster green sheening. And Philip, a purple ink, purple to blue ink with a lovely gold sheening. On Canopus, Robert is very much similar to Clairefontaine, with perhaps a little bit more of that lovely green sheening. This already is a very consistent ink across several papers. Philip is observed to be more consistent in the lighter areas, but with no loss of that lovely gold sheen. However, swatching is for fun. The proof will be in the writing sample. However, on Yu-Sari, Robert is very similar to Canopus, and I dare anyone to be able to tell the difference between the two in a side-by-side comparison. Philip, however, is richer and more complex on Yu-Sari than the previous two papers, Clairefontaine and Canopus. This is truly an interesting ink that seems to be changing its colors, metaphorically speaking, across the different papers. Now, Tomo River paper is controversial. This is Tomo River Machine 9 paper, and I'm well aware that the Machine 7 paper is in fact the favorite of many users. However, with this paper, I see no remarkable difference between Robert and Philip, and are both equally usable and of equal standard to the other three papers tested. In the writing samples, Robert across all the papers really shines through. Its magenta red base is clearly visible, but with a lovely green sheen that is visible under light. Tilt the page towards the light, and that green sheen sparkles and jumps before you. Philip, with its blue to purple background, is just as impressive. The gold sheen is clearly visible under light and provides a very interesting hue to one's writing. These two inks are well suited for journaling and for writing in private. Office use, however, I remain skeptical. But that defeats the purpose, of course, of many inks. Not all inks are meant to be office use inks. Some are meant to be enjoyable and fun. In the upcoming video, we will be looking at Montblanc's Writer's Edition, Johann Wolfgang von Grohe, The Theory of Colors. This is a special edition set of 6 inks, and I believe will be wholly impressive across a couple of our favorite papers. Well, folks, that was Diamine's cult exclusive Robert and Philip inks. Two interesting inks, two inks that I actually like very much, with enough variety for me to be able to know that I'm writing with two different inks. I like the sheening of the green to gold, and I like the sheening of the gold ink on Philip. These inks are something different, a little bit of fun perhaps. Of the 8 inks, 2 of the names are people that are close to me. It would be nice if there were a few more common names, just for the fun of it, to add to our collections. And in my opening letter to Cold Pens, I poke fun at that a little bit, that there is no John Ink. For what is this world without John and with the honest nib? I jest, of course, for we must have a little bit of laughter in our lives. For too easy do the times come that bring us unhappiness and that are able to rock our worlds. I hope you found this video enjoyable. I hope you found it of use and of value to you. And if you have, it would mean a lot to me if you could like and subscribe and share with your friends and family. Let's try and get this channel to a state where I can also monetize it. Not that that is the most important thing, no, but it is important for me to be able to continue to bring these interesting inks into the sunlight. For it is easy for me to go and to find a standard blue and green, but how fun is that? We want to see the exciting stuff. We want to see the inks that are of rarity to us unless we stay in these small towns and villages in Europe and elsewhere. Look after yourself, folks. Travel safely, and until we meet again, this has been another presentation of The Honest Nib. Bye-bye.